What's up, it's David J. the Virgo, CEO of the Lunch Table Vlog Show, and right now, you're tuned in to The Hype.
So what's the hype around the Lunch Table Vlog Show, LLC?
So, I feel like, it's just always a lot going on with us. We always have events, we always have parties, we talk about the best topics, topics that no one really wants to talk about, kind of the uncomfortable topics. We like to bring those out. So I think that's one of the main things.
You all do very uncomfortable topics.
Yeah.
Put the camera down on the shoe.
Oh shit.
Oh my God!
I wear size 13. That's all I gotta say.
Alright, next.
Yeah, we like to get a little raunchy sometimes. I think that's what's so cool about it.
So what made you want to create this media company?
So when I first started it, I wanted to be a TV host, and there was no one really hiring TV hosts that didn't have any TV host experience. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and create my own thing to try to gain experience. It's kind of weird at first because I've never hosted, so I never really I didn't know what direction to go from. But eventually, the more I got into it, the more I studied it, the more I actually started learning from just YouTube videos and Google and just watching people like Terrence J and all the good people that already do it, just learn from them pretty much.
So how many years has TLC been around?
TLC has been around for 3 years. Started in February 2015, and from there, we kind of just built it to what it is now.
And you were in college at the time?
Yes, I started it my junior year at Towson University, Towson Tigers. I already know what's going on. Yeah, I started at Towson. So yeah, I feel like anything that you want to do at a college, you should do, because that's the main time that you have your friends around you that will support you. You have a lot of people your age that will just support you just off the strength that you're going there in school. So if you want to start anything, I feel like the best time to start it is in college.
So in reference to finally starting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the most difficult part, or what still is the most difficult part?
I think the most difficult part is there's no pamphlet on the lunch table, because it's the first thing that has ever started with what we're doing. So there's no guidelines. It's like a lot of stuff is like trial and error. You can study as much as you want, but there's no real answers anywhere to a lot of this stuff. So I think that might be the hardest thing right now, is just like trying to build something that's never been built before. It's a lot of trials and tribulations that come with that, but there's also a lot of glory that comes with it too. So, I'm just trying to stick in and build the team up as much as I possibly can right now.
So you were a sophomore when it started?
Junior.
Okay, so how were you able to expand your team from just yourself to, because you have multiple chapters at which schools?
So we're at Towson University, of course, Coppin State, Morgan State, that's in the Baltimore area, and then we're at University of Maryland, Howard University, and Bowie State. So
how did you expand to all of those different campuses?
I feel like media is not going anywhere but up. So the demand for a media company, especially in school that's not actually related to the actual campus itself, is in high demand. And YouTube is going up in numbers, Twitter is going up, so it's almost like people want to be able to do this stuff now. People want to do what we're doing right now. They see it, it's getting the hype, it's getting all the attention. So I think the demand for it made it so, like, not easier, but it made it easier because of the demand for it. But it wasn't easy to first start at a university, because you put the flyer out, you have people that are interested, but they don't know how to run a team. Some of them just have been sitting behind a camera their whole life. They never actually interacted with people. You have some people that just want to host, they don't want to learn anything else. So it's like you're building like an actual team, with the secretary, and then like it's a lot of stuff that goes with it. There's a whole e-board, it's a lot that goes with it. But other than just, you know, shooting the camera and stuff like that.
Okay. So it's the Lunch Table Blog Show LLC. So in 10 years, 2028, I go on Google. If Google's still around, I think it will.
Google's definitely going to still be around.
And I type all of that in. I type that long name in. What do you think, or what do you hope is going to pop up?
It's not going to say the Lunch Table LLC, Blog Show LLC. It's going to say the Lunch Table Blog Show Incorporated. And we're going to go public, and it's going to be the biggest media company in the world. That's the goal. In 10 years, I feel like it can do that.
Would you want to go past college campuses?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're building like a DMV team, and we're also building a Baltimore team, and we're looking to hire different.
Wait. DMV.
Yeah, it's two different things.
And Baltimore.
It's two different things.
So, what is your favorite part about being a CEO/owner of a media company?
I mean, the favorite part about a CEO is there's nobody telling me what to do. Like, if I want to sleep until 10 a.m., I can. I mean, there's consequences to that, but if I want to sleep till 10, I can. If I want to wake up at 6, I can. Like, there's like no.
So you can be lazy?
I wouldn't say lazy. I mean, I would say strategical because, I mean, I work really late. Like, when I leave here, was it like 10:30 now? I got a bunch of stuff on my to-do list that I didn't knock out, that I have to knock out by tomorrow. So, you know, it's kind of like you just make your own schedule. Like, I didn't have to ask anybody to come here to do this. I could just leave when I wanted. So that's like the pros. The cons is there's nobody to answer to. So it's like a lot of it is on you to really discipline yourself and, you know, get stuff done. Because, like, time really is money in this.
So what new things do you have in the works?
Right now we are planning to expand to Hampton in the fall, which I'm very excited about. And we're also planning our very first Lunch Table Blog Show concert, like all funded through the Lunch Table. Yeah, that's pretty big. So I'm very excited about those two things that are coming up in the fall. We got cookouts, of course, you know, in the summertime.
In the DMV area?
In the DMV area, of course. And we are DMV area. Got that. But yeah, in the DMV area. And we're also, you know, planning to interview some pretty cool people that is for the summertime. But we got some pretty cool people we're about to interview. So I'm excited about that. Very excited.
So speaking of pretty cool people, right?
Right.
So you're at a bunch of different campuses.
Right.
And you said you're excited to be moving to certain campuses.
Right.
But what is your dream collaboration? Like, what's the dream person that you would want to work with the Lunch Table?
I think if I could interview Terrence J, I think that would be the dopest thing ever, because he doesn't do a lot of interviews, but I feel like if I can get Terrence J to interview on the Lunch Table, which is not a far-fetched thing, I feel like eventually it can happen. But if I can get him to interview on the Lunch Table, yeah, that would be like the latest thing I can.
He's a Howard alum?
Exactly.
I think.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a far-fetched thing that we can have him on here. So it's possible maybe next year homecoming. What is your homecoming? You know, if he's here. I mean, AJ was here, so that's pretty big. But if we can get Terrence, that'll be dope.
So outside of the Lunch Table, outside of media, outside of reporting, what do you like to do?
I still like to turn up. I like to turn up a lot. I'm a party host, so, you know, I'm at the clubs a lot, you know, promoting and emceeing all night, you know, turning the crowd up. I love turning the crowd up. I feel like when you got a stressful week, you know how you do, yeah. So, like, when you had a long week and, you know, you're stressed out, I can guide you through a night that you'll forget all your stress and just have fun. You know, I like giving people that fun. So that's what I like to do. I like to go to the gym, I read, you know, but that's one of the main things I like to do. I like to, you know, get what I do. I like to,
So we can't do this interview without recognizing your all this merch.
Yeah, the merch. You gotta have.
Who designs all? Because they have hoodies, T-shirts, bodysuits, hats, stickers, everything. So who designs all of it?
So the logo, one of my friends that surprised me, he sent me a DM and was like, yo, I got you a new logo. So that was dope. Shout out to Oscar. He gave us this free, and he didn't even charge us. He was like, yo, just take it. Like, I really want you to have this logo. So I thought that was really dope. And then like the shirts and all that stuff, like, I mean, they're pretty basic for now. Like, it's like, you know, just put the logo on. I really try to drill the logo in people's heads. So even if you don't necessarily like know what it is, you've seen the logo. You know, brand recognition is very important, I feel like. So I always try to wear something. Even if I'm going to a grocery store, even if I'm going to get a haircut or a shape up, anything, I try to wear my brand because your brand is essentially who you are. So I always try to wear as much as we gotta get you some more gear.
I need your friend to help me with the logo. I have a hype logo for my show.
The hype logo.
And I need hype.
We should get a hype dance on.
So you really are a professional hype.
Yeah, I got you. Like we could get like a hype dance.
Okay.
And make like a hype rap song.
No. And that's the hype around the Lunch Table Blog Show LLC, soon to be incorporated.
Of course.
I'm Micole. Thank you for watching.
And I'm David J. You can follow me at TLT Blog Show.